Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Today's Sunday, and so as I always do these readings every single Sunday, this is your weekly check-in with Spirit. We're asking for an immediate message for you. What do you need to know right now? What does your Spirit team wish to tell you about right now in this very moment? And we're also going to check out the next 7 days. How is this panning out? So, beautiful souls, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new. We have 3 magical cards to choose from. And in a moment, I'm going to draw charms and runes as well. But first of all, let me show you the cards in more detail. Beautiful souls, I hope you are all doing amazingly. We are certainly living in times of profound accelerated growth. So, thank you so much, all of you who touch base with these readings week in, week out. And thank you for your feedback and your comments. I mean, I'm really honoured to read for you, and I'm honoured that these readings are helpful. So, beautiful souls, pile 1, we have card number 2, Chokmah, Wisdom. This is Inspiration Spark, the Divine Masculine. So this is the card for pile 1. Pile 2, we have the Tree of Life. Map, support, connection. This is for pile 2. And then for pile 3, we have the 21st path, the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune, quest, abundance. This is for pile 3. Now, I have my runes and my charms. I'm going to put a little counter by each of these so you can actually see the charms quite clearly. I always leave the video running for a few moments once I've drawn the charms and the runes as well, just to give you a little bit more time if you need it. You may already know which of the piles you're drawn to just with the cards alone, but I know some of you really, like to have that little bit extra with the charms and the runes. And of course, sometimes we might find that another one of the other readings, we think it's pile 1, and then it ends up being pile 1 and pile 3. So let's see what else we are shown here for you. So your charm for pile 1. This is a mermaid. Can you see that? Is the camera focusing? Yeah, I think you can see that. So this is a mermaid. She looks kind of quite wistful, actually. Could be dreaming. And your rune is the rune of the spiritual warrior, Tewaz. Now that is a very, very interesting combination. I am super excited to be doing these readings. Okay, what do we have for pile 2? Pile 2, you have two charms. You have a very little bird, which looks a bit like a wren to me, and a bee. You see those? So that's for pile 2. 2 charms for pile 2, and your rune is the blank rune. This is, it's the blank rune. It doesn't have a different name, like this is Tewaz, the rune of the spiritual warrior. Just the blank rune. I was about to say what it's all about, but I'm not going to, actually. I always had to keep myself in check there for a moment. We'll do that when we get to the reading. Pile 3, we have for you. You've got 2 as well. You have an owl and a sewing machine. Ooh. Super interesting. Gosh, the charms are really singing today. They're really bringing forth messages. Okay, let's look at your rune for pile 3. We have the rune of harvest, Jira. Okay. Right, my beautiful souls. How amazing. Right, I am super excited to be doing these readings for you. I really, really am. The charms are just singing. It's singing. Every reading is singing. That's it. Okay, right, I'm going to stop raving about the readings before we even get there. Beautiful souls, I'll leave the video running just a little bit longer. Sit with your intuition. If you know whichever reading or readings you're drawn to, the timestamps, or when you know, the timestamps are in the description below, and I will put them into a comment as well. So beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have Chokmah, wisdom, inspiration, spark, the divine masculine. You also have Tewaz, which also does have quite a dynamic, forward motion, active, take action now, sort of quite masculine energy about it. Now this card connects to Uranus. Let's just talk about your first card and the energy, your significator, and the energy that's coming in to your reading. I think you are being called to take an action in some way. Now it's interesting because we have this beautiful little mermaid who looks as though she is sort of like wistfully looking out to sea, dreaming of something. But this card and your rune are kind of suggesting that this is a time to take action rather than just to be dreaming about something. It's actually to do something. Maybe you need to actively move something forwards. Let's find out more. We'll draw a spirit animal guide and see. Well, there you are, really shown very clearly. You have the prairie dog. Okay, that's very interesting. They're very alert. They're very responsive as well. Let's draw some additional oracle cards before we dive right in. May we ask, please, for guidance, information, a definite message for my pile 1, please. I'm going to take all of those for you. Okay, let's have a look and see what we have. We have the threshold. Look at that. There is a doorway. But can you see there's something of this figure that looks ever so like your little mermaid? I think you're on the threshold of something, and I think you do need to potentially step through that door rather than stand in it and look out. You have the rooted card. You have initiation. And you have the wasteland. Okay. These are very, very interesting cards. I think I am going to draw your tarot cards first. Yeah. I think there's an action that's needed. It's also possibly in response to something with the wasteland. And Uranus. Uranus energy comes in and shakes us up. Uranus energy brings stuff in, sometimes unexpectedly. Things that we weren't expecting can happen, but actually the purpose is to shake us up. The purpose is to wake us up, shake us up, get us to do something, or get us to do something differently. Let me see what else we have. Let's look at your tarot cards as well. I'll put these to one side because I think we'll probably want some more cards. You have the Two of Swords. You have the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Cups. Wowza wow. You have the Wheel. You have the Six of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Let me move these all along so we have time. So we have room. Of course we have time. So we have room. Interesting I said so we have time. Maybe you are feeling, I don't know, either rush. Maybe time is of the essence. Maybe now is the time to be taking some action. Let me move these around. I feel like I want to put them in the right place. Maybe you've got to put things in order in some way. Line up your ducks in a row. That's coming through. What an interesting saying to be coming through in your reading. Putting your ducks in a row so that something can... I almost want to say so something can be, so you can receive something or make something happen. Let me really lean into the energy of your reading. What is the message you need to hear right now? Your reading is so interesting because on the one hand, I think you do actually need to take action and move something forwards. And that's really, really clear. But I also feel that maybe your energy is at a low ebb, or perhaps something has happened that has caused you to falter. It is as if you are progressing. Let's use the language of manifestation. So this is a general reading. So this is about something that you are manifesting. You're working on it. You're bringing it forth. The message that you have is that this is about keeping on going. But it's also about replenishing yourself. This feels like, this is, as I said, there's a real duality of energy here. On the one hand, there's a very clear message that says you need to take action, you need to move this forwards. It's got that lovely, divine, spark inspiration, masculine energy. Move it forwards. This is amazing. Keep going. Step through the doorway now. But at the same time, I feel something has happened. Now, it could be connected to whatever you're manifesting, or it could be something completely different. But something has almost like knocked your energy or made you feel uncertain about moving forwards. It's like it's knocked your confidence. That's what's coming through. So your reading is saying, look, whatever it is that you're manifesting, the goal is there and you will get it. The wheel will turn, you will be gifted, you will receive what you are trying to manifest. It's coming in. I think it's coming in more slowly with the Knight of Swords. Look at this bull, carefully placing its feet in these, it's like these steps, getting your ducks in a row. This will come. I think that the challenge here is it almost feels as though there's been a bit of a letdown or it hasn't arrived yet. Something has come in that's knocked your confidence, and that is the message that I'm seeing here. So your message is twofold. On the one hand, it's kind of saying, look, you may just need to just retreat, get still, consciously retreat, not run away, but consciously retreat and re-anchor yourself, get rooted again. But then you will need to take action. It's kind of like, so that's the duality. It's like, yes, you need to keep going. Yes, you need to move something forwards. But I think you need to refresh. It's like come at this with new eyes, or re-energize yourself. Come back with a space of innocence. It's like somebody or something let you down or was disappointing, and it doesn't mean that the universe is saying you're not on track. It just means that was a part of the process. It was a part of the initiation. It was there to help you to see something more. Look at the way the moon, the crescent moon here, is sprinkling this like fairy dust down upon you. Because I feel this could be with the wasteland as well. That almost as if it's plummeted you into a bit of a dark night of the soul moment. If this isn't resonating, this might not be the right reading for you. But it does feel as though, on the one hand, things are going really, really well. On the other hand, something has come along and it's like it's tipped you, spiraled you down. Actually, this is most definitely not the end of the world. It really, really isn't. But it may be feeling it. And I think maybe it's feeling it because you've worked incredibly hard to get to where you are. And it's kind of like you've worked incredibly hard to get to this point, almost to this point of birthing something, of creating something. And you're like, it hasn't happened. It is going to happen. Whatever it is you're manifesting, I think it's going to come. I just think that there's been some kind of a little glitch or a setback or a disappointment, and it's really knocked you for six. Part of the reason it's knocked you for six is because your energy is low. I think quite simply you have just worked your socks off to get to where you are. Let me see if that camera is focusing properly for you. Make sure it is nice and clear for you. I think in a way you did think you had your ducks in a row. I think you thought it was going to follow through, and it didn't, whatever it was. But what you desire, what you're manifesting, is coming. I always feel like it felt like somebody else stole it or took it away, or there's a fear of this. There's a really interesting energy around you. Now, my beautiful souls, I'm really sorry that you're feeling not okay. It's left you feeling anxious or not feeling confident about moving forwards, and yet everything in your reading is saying move forwards with confidence. So there may be a need to consciously retreat, and retreat is not run away. Retreat is step down and re-anchor and replenish. Look after yourself big time. Do whatever you need to do to look after yourself. Have a salt bath, go treat yourself to something, do something that re-anchors you. Because there's this sort of sense of despondency, or this isn't going to work. But I think you're meant to keep going here. And if you can come back and realign your energy with a refreshed, sort of renewed, a bit like looking at the world through the eyes of a child. You need to come back and be refreshed, re-energized. Where it's not starting afresh, but it's like realigning your energy so you are refreshed. That's actually your first message. But I think we should draw more cards, my lovely pile one. Look at the week ahead, and because I do think you are also meant to take action. So could we kindly inquire about the further action that is needed and what is coming in the week ahead? Okay, well, this is super nice. You've got the Six of Wands, which is the card of success, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, she is the Queen of self-care, but she also is often depicted as being pregnant, and we have a pregnant lady in the wheel. Okay, then we have the Knight of Pentacles. I think something will come very, very soon. I think you'll get a response that is a favourable one, or you'll get whatever hasn't happened, or whatever knocked your confidence. I think you'll get something that changes that direction. Yeah, look at the Nine of Pentacles here. How beautiful she is. And the Ace of Cups. Gosh, this is gorgeous. This would be like, let me give you some sort of scenarios to explain something of the energy. This would be like if you were dating and you met somebody and you really thought, you kind of thought this is the one, and then it went completely pear-shaped and you just plummet and you think, oh, I'm never going to meet that right person. Well, that's not the case. It just means this particular person wasn't the right one for you. It would be like if you're working on a project and you launch it or something, you set forth, you've really worked hard to get to where you are, you launch it and then it doesn't escalate in the way that you thought it was going to. There's more work to be done. I think you'll know what to do next. You do need to take action and keep going. There is a real definite action is required on your part. Even this Six of Wands, he has an incredibly determined look on his face, this one. Let me show this to you. Really determined look on his face. It's like he's really setting forth. You know, he's not hindered. And this is visible success. So I actually do think just the initial message is just replenish, look after yourself, get still. Almost enter the dream time. Rather than feeling overwhelmed by something that didn't work, if you just get still, I think you'll know what to do next. You'll be shown what to do next. I think this is a week where action is needed. But I think if you take the action, if you're prepared to nurture this along, I think it will move forwards, and I think it will bring in a return or an answer or a solution or a someone, whatever it is you're manifesting. I think something will come back to you pretty quickly. So this is about realigning your energy and replenishing and then moving forwards with confidence. And I think you will get some pretty fast results with the Knight of Pentacles coming in. Even though it's a steady energy, we do have the Knight of Swords here. with this beautiful bull. Isn't it funny? I almost saw this card as the Knight of Pentacles, with this beautiful bull, earthy energy coming in and steadily kind of moving forwards. The way will be lit up, look, step by step. Literally step by step. I think you're going to get the rewards. All these pentacles coming in and the Ace of Cups. Unquestionably, I think you will get your desired result, my beautiful souls. You really will. So don't try not to let a disappointment or whatever it is that may have floored you or sort of sent you spiraling. Try not to see that as at the end of something. It's actually not. It's just a stepping stone along the way. And if you replenish and realign and look at this with fresh eyes, and just get very still, that conscious retreat into a sort of a meditative state where you sit, you're still. No wonder we have this beautiful mermaid. You look at the end goal that you want, but within that stillness, I think you will see what you need to do, and then you will need to take action. And I think you will get the result that you desire. My beautiful pile one, this is your reading. Wow, very dynamic energy. It really is. This is so fascinating. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. Blessings to you all. The energy around at the moment is so fast, actually. It's also a little bit hard-hitting at times. For those of you that use my Manifest with the Moon diary, if you're using the 2025 one, you'll know, the energy is a little bit hard-hitting, but there's also phenomenal opportunity around us, but also, an undertone of sometimes of slightly more challenging energy, but also it is loaded with possibilities at the same time. So, really interesting mix. It's very much about what we do with the energy. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for being here. This week I should be able to let you know about my webinar that I am currently working on and preparing, that shows you how to manifest with the moon. So watch out for that. I'll make an announcement about it at some point in the week, as soon as it goes live and you can access it. So beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world, and have an amazing week. Look after yourself, and then get going again. Tons of love, pile one. Pile two, welcome to your reading. I am just so excited to be doing these readings. The charms are just really singing today. The birds and the bees is what's really coming through with yours. You have a bird and you have a bee, and you have the blank rune. Oops, I've just turned my light out. I leaned on that. Let me put that back on. There we go. How interesting. That was unexpected. Now, let's just lean into the energy of your reading. Welcome everybody. Your first card here, this is all about following a plan, or knowing that there is a plan. There's a bigger picture. It's like the birds and the bees. It's natural. There's a natural order to something. I mean, maybe you are needing to follow a specific order or make a plan and stick to it. Or for some of you, it could be that you are in a space where you are needing to proceed without quite knowing, with the blank rune, what is coming next. But you're needing to sort of trust that there is a bigger picture or a bigger plan involved. I think we better draw more cards and see what else we're shown. But this is definitely, map, support, connection. Let's draw a spirit animal guide, first of all. Let's see what we're shown. May we kindly ask for my pile two for an immediate message, please, for my pile twos. Lots of cards just coming through. There is yours. You have the mountain lion. Okay. That's a pretty ferocious energy. Very strong energy coming through here. Okay, what else do we have here? We'll talk about mountain lions in just one moment. I'm seeing this and this and this. And also, I'm not actually sure which of those, so I'm just going to ask again. May we kindly have another card for my pile twos, please? May we kindly ask for an immediate message for my pile twos. I'm actually seeing that one. Okay. You have the Fisher King's Court. Moving between the worlds, moving from one place to another. I think you are in, not exactly transit. We've got the Morrigan, yeah, death and rebirth. But yeah, you're moving. You are in an in-betweeny space with something. The Return and the Stone Circle. Okay, we are all in view. Yes, we are. Okay, what do we have next? I'm going to draw your tarot cards before I really dive in. You're definitely in an in-between place. You're waiting for something. Either waiting or you're moving from one place to another. It's almost a bit like moving house when you're moving from one place to another and you're not there yet. Something's coming back to you, though. You know, it's like almost like a homecoming. I'm seeing all of those, and that one, and that one, and that one. What is your immediate message, pile two? You have the Star. Hold hope. Hold your vision. Hold hope. There is definitely a bigger picture here. You're in this waiting place, or yeah, you're in a transitionary space, an in-betweeny space is the best way I can describe it. We have Two of Wands. We have Queen of Cups, the Lovers. We have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Emperor. Okay, I think we have room for another card here, actually. I think we definitely need another card here. I almost feel like I need to wait for it for a moment and then bring it in. And that's what I think. You're waiting for something. There is a waiting. You're in this pregnant pause. The rune, the blank rune, it's very much like a pregnant pause. It's like you're in a space of waiting. It's like with a pregnancy, you can't just give birth and it happens, death and rebirth. You have to wait. In fact, it's the baby that triggers the labour. When the baby is ready, there's something else that has to trigger something. I think you would like it to happen much more quickly. I think the waiting is a tricky thing. The in-betweeny bit is a little bit tricky, but I think it is. I think something will return to you. There's like a homecoming. You're being asked to just, I think, in a way, to hold hope. I was reading, I do read your comments, by the way. Thank you so much, all of you who do comment. I can't respond to them all because there's too many, and I thank you so much for commenting and sharing your stories. I always think if somebody is new, if you're new to the channel, just check out the comments. You are amongst some really amazing people. And I read the comments, and I know some of you have honestly practiced the most I almost want to say unearthly degree of patience while you have been waiting for something to happen or waiting for something to come through. You know, it's like patience has become your middle name. And, you know, I really honour you because that's not easy. It is not easy when you are waiting and waiting, especially when there is a bigger picture. And you kind of, as a spiritual person, you know there's a bigger picture. You are aware that everything's happening with purpose. But there are days, I think, when we can all be in that zone of like, come on, universe. It's like, can you just make this happen? But you are in an in-betweeny place. And I don't think it's without friction either with the mountain lion energy. Hold hope. There is absolutely a bigger picture. Something is going to open up with the Two of Wands. Something is going to happen. I almost want to say try and keep busy, which is really, isn't it? Like a busy bee. Try and keep busy. Because if we dwell on something and we sort of get too tangled in the negative, that can be so unbelievably unhelpful. I mean, it really, really can. Keep wanting to make sure the camera is focusing properly. I did it in pile one. It's fascinating. It's almost like I'm wanting to realign your focus. I think you are having to wait for something. Keep busy. Really keep your mind focused on things. Keep your mind focused on what you need to do. Try and do some practical things. I think with the sacred landscape, yeah, go out for a walk in nature. At some point, with the Queen of Cups, this would suggest that something will come in for you. And you'll know, I think the pathway will open up for you. You will know, I think, relatively quickly, kind of what to do next. It's just that immediately, just keep yourself busy. Busy bee. You're in the pregnant pause. I think we should draw this card and find out a bit more about it. And I also think we should ask about the week ahead, or try and get a little bit of timing for you. Try not to pounce too quickly as well, because sometimes, when we're itching to do something, we end up trying to find things and to make something happen. And I don't think you can make something happen. I think you do have to wait for the opening. You have to wait for the pathway to be shown to you, and it will be shown to you. Tricky though it is, I think it will be shown. Just before I draw that last card, this card, and then we'll look at the week ahead. Just really tuning into the Six of Cups energy as well. And the Eight of Cups. I wonder if you're fearful of something happening again as well with the return. Almost as if it could have pressed your buttons, or there is a concern that something needs to go a full circle somehow. Maybe you're waiting for something. It would be like if you had moved house, for example, and it all fell through at the last minute. And now you're in that waiting space, that in-betweeny space with, a new property, a different place. And there's a much bigger picture. And I'm not seeing anything that says you won't get it. But you're sitting in this waiting space thinking, what if it all falls through on the last day again, kind of thing. It's like revisiting something and going over and over something here. I feel there is something around looking back in some way. What is the card that needs to come here? May we kindly ask about the card? And there it is, showing up for you straight away. We have the Ten of Cups. Oh, look at this. I'm so thrilled for you. I am delighted. This could not be a more heavenly outcome. Look at the cups sprinkling almost like fairy dust down upon you, and these rays of sunshine and this beautiful tree. I think whatever it is you're waiting for, I think it will come. I do think there's a lot of fear almost while you're waiting for something that you won't get the outcome you want. And I think you will. The desired outcome is coming. Feels so reassuring and so delightful and just so lovely. Truly, you're really going to, I think you're going to come out on top. This is confirming the energy of the Emperor as that sort of leadership energy, coming out on top. So this is super lovely. Let's ask about the week ahead. I mean, that's what your first message is all about, my beautiful souls. You have the King of Cups. Wow. I wonder whether the waiting will complete this week with the King of Cups. Look at the nectar dripping into his cup. And look how it sits just with the Queen of Cups as well. Wow. Okay. We have the Fool. Okay, this is really lovely. This is really lovely. And look at the magic, the magic of the mushroom. It's interesting that both the fly agaric mushroom and the hollyhock, both of them contain hallucinogenic properties. I mean, neither of them are advisable to take. I can assure you, I'm not saying I have ever taken either, but both contain quite a lot of poison. It's quite interesting. They're very magical, but they contain a lot of poison. So there's something I think there may be quite a significant turnaround, actually. I almost feel like there might be quite a magical kind of intervention that happens this week. So here you are in the waiting game, in the in-betweeny place. I think something comes in it feels quite magical. It does almost feel a bit like a divine intervention, if I'm truly honest. Something very magical. But there is a bigger picture at play here. There is a path being followed. You have the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords can bring in one of those light bulb moments. Look at the way the hawk is sitting here ready to take off, ready to fly. You then have the Five of Wands. Gosh, slaying some sort of dragon here. And then you have the card of victory, the Six of Wands. Okay. Right. I think something might be faced this week. Maybe if you are, I'll use the analogy of buying a house just because it sort of contains the right energy. If you were going for your wonderful house, you've already had one that fell through, and so you're really worried it's going to happen again. And then this time around, somehow you beat the opposition. Somebody else is going for the same house that you are, but your offer is the one that's accepted. Your offer is the one that goes through. You're fearful someone's going to come in and gazump you or something. And actually, they don't. The person who's selling the house says, nope, I want it to go to these people. These people, I've accepted that offer. I'm honourable. I'm decent. I'm following through with this. There's something, I'm following through with this. It's like, I think you get some sort of help or assistance, or someone's on your side. And it really sort of magically changes things, and it dissipates the competition. I mean, you're coming out the winner this week in some way, shape or form. So even if you don't get to the end goal this week, I do feel something will come a full circle. And this waiting game, I think something will come in this week that makes you feel really, really, it puts you in a confident place. Whereas at the moment, it feels as though there is some underlying friction around having to wait. But this week, I think something comes in and you overcome some sort of, I don't know, maybe you overcome the fear of it going wrong again. And there's some kind of a confirmation that comes in that makes you think, I'm okay. This is amazing. I will birth what I want, or I will get what I need, or I do know what path I'm on. This end goal is definitely coming. It looks super. I mean, you can't get a better card, can you, with the Ten of Cups? So, beautiful souls, I'm absolutely thrilled for you. Keep yourself busy. Try not to get too angsty and mountain liony about it all. And then, ready to pounce, ready to defend. Try not to do that. Just be steady. Birds and the bees. Wander out in nature. Just let it unfold. Yeah, busy, busy, busy. Holding the light. Honestly, I know that's easier said than done if something is feeling a bit tetchy or you're on edge, but honestly, I think this week there'll be someone or something, someone maybe, I think it could be a someone maybe, comes in and helps, and it feels very magical. And, I think you kind of then know you're on solid ground, really, which is lovely. And indeed, it could be someone who comes and helps with the Ten of Cups. And the Lovers as well. It's like making good choice in the people that you have to help you. I mean, this could even be for some of you. You're in an in-betweeny place and, you're really questioning, did you employ the right person or did you make the right choice about something? I think your choices will be confirmed this week and you'll feel confident in the choices you've made. Whereas at the moment, I think you're in this up in the air place. Wow, fascinating readings this week. Really fascinating. The energy is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Beautiful souls, thank you for being here. I'm sending you the biggest hug ever, pile 2. And do please subscribe, like, share, all the things that you do that help the channel. I'm ever so thrilled when you do. It's really lovely. Thank you so much for those of you who return week in, week out. I'm very honoured to read for you. And I will be, sometime in the week ahead, I should be uploading or making an announcement about a webinar that you can touch base with that will show you how to manifest with the moon, and how to use a moon diary. So you really can optimize the lunar energy. So watch out for that. I'll let you know. It should be sometime this week that it goes live for you. So beautiful souls, keep an eye out for that. And I am sending you all the love in the world. Pile 2, I look forward to seeing you again for some other readings really, really soon. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You had the 21st path, the Wheel of Fortune, Fortune Quest Abundance. You also have Jira, the Rune of Harvest. Now, if we just lean into the energy and the essence of your very first card, and your charms, the sewing machine and the owl. It's interesting, I feel with the sewing machine, maybe you have made, something that you have actually made is going to come to harvest. The Wheel of Fortune doesn't always talk about money, abundance in money, but I do have to be honest, in your reading pile 3, I do feel that some money may be coming to you. It will be something you've earned. I don't think it's just gifted to you. And even this wheel, I feel like she looks like she's sitting at a spinning wheel. So I do feel you have, I do feel this is something that money comes to you from something that you have actually created or made. Now, where is the owl sitting? Let's draw more cards. Let's draw more cards and see what's your immediate message. What is an immediate message? May we kindly ask for an immediate message? Ooh, you have a blank card. So these are spirit animal guide cards. Now, in principle, this is very interesting because in principle, these cards, the reason there are blank cards in this pack, are so that if you have a totem animal or a spirit animal and it's not in this particular deck, you can create your own. So it then becomes a part of your deck. And this is definitely, for me, a confirmation that something that you have personally created is about to come to fruition. The harvest will come in, I think. Let's check in. We have Quest. How interesting. Fortune, Quest, Abundance. Wow. Okay. We have the Fall. Okay. We have the Stone Circle, the Sacred Landscape, which came out in, I think it was pile 2. And we have Old Crane Woman, Guardian of the Threshold. Ooh, that's a biggie one. That is a really biggie card. This is a big threshold that you are on. I think that there is something that you are making, creating, that really, really can go big. I think it can bring in the harvest. Now, I've said that I thought something was coming quite quickly, something coming to you. But I am wondering whether this is something that you need to step over a threshold or commit to for some of you, to discover more, to quest, to discover more about it in order to bring it to its fruition. I'm going to need to ask for some clarification around this. With the owl, maybe you're needing to see more. I think you're certainly meant to free fall into it. I certainly think you're on the threshold of it's like being on the threshold of a major discovery. Except, you see, I think you've already got the discovery. It's already there. You know it. I don't think this is new. This is something that's already underway. Look at the fact that she has a blindfold. Maybe the success, the harvest. Maybe you don't realize how big this can be. Maybe that's why you need, because she has a blindfold and the owl has these great big eyes. May I kindly have some more information? What is this immediate message for my pile 3s? What are my pile 3s needing to hear about right now or to know right now? What is the immediate message Seeing that one as well, and also very much that one. What is the immediate message that you need to know about? So we have the wheel. How interesting. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, that's pretty mind-blowing. And look, she's pregnant. But she's heavily pregnant. Thank you so much, dear ones, for that confirmation. She's heavily pregnant. It looks like she's about to give birth. So, and then we have the Empress, another card of pregnancy, another card of abundance. Oh, my goodness me. Wow. Then you have the Hanged Man. Then you have the Page of Cups. Then you have the Knight of Wands. Then you have the Three of Wands. Then you have the Ace of Cups. Then you have the Seven of Cups. Oh my God, look at the pile of gold that this dragon is sitting on. This is mind-blowing. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, which is about generosity, money, again, finances. Right. I need to say, my beautiful souls, there is something that you have created. And I don't think this is a new idea. It's something that's already underway, and I think it is going to be mind-blowingly successful. I think it is going to bring in money. I just think it is. And I think you probably have no idea how successful this can be, really. I really, really do. I think maybe you're not aware of how amazing it is, or maybe not aware of how amazing you are. This does seem very financially orientated. I mean, abundance is not about ultimately money, or I don't think it is. I think it's about kind of pure happiness, really, bliss, joy. But in this instance, I think your reading is actually about money. If any of you are struggling financially, something's coming in. I mean, look at the pile of gold. Even the Ace of Cups, it looks like it's being filled with gold nuggets. And interesting, look at this. They're actually runes. Let me show this to you. I don't know if you can see, but on these little gold nuggets, we have runic symbols. Wow. Okay. The signs, the signals, the synchronicities. Okay. Maybe you are waiting for it to birth, or you're waiting for it to take off. There may even, with the quest, be something else you need to do to bring it to harvest. You're on the threshold of something here. We've got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a beautiful, fast-moving energy. And we have the Three of Wands. Look at this again. All of these runic symbols, you're being guided. I think that there is still something that needs to be done to bring this to fruition. Okay, for it to take off, I think there is still a little bit more spinning and weaving to do. I think there is something you have created and you are working on it. And I do think you're on the threshold. I do think it's going to really be very lucrative. And I think that is your first message, that this is going to be very lucrative. Your second message is that there is still a little bit more work to be done, or something else to be done to move this along. I think an action will be required. You have to give a bit more. You need to invest a bit more in this to move it forwards. You definitely have to do something here. You can't just sit and wait for the harvest to come in. Something else is to be done. I'm going to follow through, pile 3. Let's find out about this. Now, usually at this stage, when we get your initial message on a Sunday reading, I'm going to follow through and see what's happening in the week ahead. And it may be that it's in the week ahead you're meant to take an action. But let's ask what this is first, and then we'll ask about timing. May I kindly ask about what is to be followed through? Can we get advice and guidance here? So we have the Five of Cups. He's looking behind him, and the quest, I've noticed the horse is looking back. Right, is there something you still need to do? I wonder if there's something that you need to still see, that you know, like when you're working on something and there's like a detail you miss, or something that needed to be done, something still needs to be done. Six of Wands, this is being seen to be successful. Looking back, I wonder if there is just something you need to check back in on, or maybe that you put something behind you. Let me kindly ask. Well, voice what I'm hearing in just one moment. Let's just see what else we're being shown. Yeah, I think you need to pay attention to some details. The Hermit as well. We have the Knight of Swords and the Hermit. Look at the way this bull is treading very carefully in these circles. I want to say, whatever you're working on, there's something about the final stage of it that needs to be done very meticulously, not missing anything. So attend to the details. There's something else that needs to be done. It could even be something that you missed or that you forgot to do in your joy. Sort of feeling like you're ready to birth it, you're ready to make it happen, you're ready for the harvest to come in. I think there's some sort of detail that you need to be conscious of, and I think they are suggesting this is your message is, one, that this is going to be really lucrative and amazing, and the second thing is that there's some detail that you need to attend to, that maybe this is like something you missed. Just go back over it, just check and double check again, or treble check and quadruple check. Just go back and check again. I think there's something else that needs to be either added or tweaked or adjusted or something along those lines, so it can then birth. It's like a final detail of some sort. Once you've attended to that, I think you can move forwards with confidence, and I think slowly but surely this will then emerge. Now the Hermit does tell us that this is guided. And then we have the King of Cups. I think the Hermit actually is just confirming to us that, I mean, it's a bit like that you just, there is something has to be brought to light. You need to see something. In fact, I think before it's brought to light, this would be like if you've, I don't know, let's say you've made something absolutely amazing and you're about to launch it. There's something else you need to finish, some tiny little detail, maybe even to do with the launch. Before you free fall into it, before you set forth, before you cross the threshold, something must be shown, brought to light. You need to see something in order to complete something. And once you've completed it, I think it will then move forwards, and look at the nectar coming in, dripping into his cup. Yeah, fascinating readings. May I kindly ask about the week ahead for my pile threes? I'm excited for you. I really am. So we have the Six of Cups. So again, this is the time to look back. Go back and review. We have the Five of Pentacles. How interesting. Yeah, there'll be something that needs to be attended to here. You need to just sort of lay it to rest. Go back, lay it to rest, and do it. I almost want to say, do it now, almost. Then we have the Two of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be a conflict of interest, or there's a decision to make about something. Go back and attend to some sort of detail this week, and then you'll be able to move forwards with the Page of Pentacles. One final thing to attend to. Okay. We have the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. How interesting. Okay. This is fascinating, my pile threes. And then we have the Six of Swords. Do you know, for some of you, the looking back and the paying attention to the detail, I think for some of you there is something that's practical that you need to do. For some of you, it's actually about your own demons. It's like getting out of your own way. Perhaps there's something that you just didn't believe. I don't know, maybe you're not believing this can really happen, and perhaps the attention, the thing that you need to pay attention to and move beyond, is more to do with your own internal your own internal demons, your own fears. Maybe some of you haven't moved something forwards. You really want the abundance, and you really want to, you've made something and it's amazing, but you haven't had the confidence to launch it. Step over the threshold. This is going to be huge. Reach out, put it out there, put it out in the world, make it visible. Go back, look at it thoroughly, attend to the details, because actually for some of you, maybe you need to go back and look at it and really recognise how amazing it is. And then move forwards with confidence and launch it. I think something is really going to bring you in the bacon, so to speak, or whatever. My apologies if you're veggie or vegan, but you know, it's an old saying. It's basically bringing in your abundance. And I do think this is about having the courage to get out of your own way and go for the thing that you want. Go for gold. You're going to get it. Go for gold. It's something you've made, you've created. And I don't think for some of you that you really see how big this can be and how amazing it can be. So I think the messages coming through this week for you, as well as the primary messages, is to say, for some of you, go back and cross the T's, dot the I's, just make sure you've done a really thorough job. But then, on the basis of that, move it forwards. Literally, move it on for all of you. And if for some of you, you go back and there's nothing that needs attending to, but the attention is about going back and acknowledging, you know, I've checked everything. It's perfect. It's time to launch it. Get out of your own way and make it happen. This is your reading. I think it's going to really do amazingly. So my beautiful pile threes, they're really, really, really rooting for you. They are really bigging you up in no uncertain terms. They really, really are. I'm loving your reading. Absolutely loving your reading. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all the things you do that support the channel. I'm really honoured to read for you, truly. And thank you so much. Those of you, I know some of you check in with these weekly readings every Sunday, and I'm really, really, really humbled to be reading for you and connected with you all. Now, in terms of manifesting, if any of you are interested in learning to manifest with the moon, this week, I hope in my world, at some point this week, I should be uploading and setting up a webinar that shows you how to manifest with the moon and how to use a moon diary. So you can really utilize the lunar energy for your manifestations. And that includes actually processing stuff. The moon really affects our emotions, and that affects in turn how we think and how we feel and whether we progress well. I mean, really understanding the incoming energy is a really helpful thing on a daily basis, or it certainly has been for me anyway, which is why I created the diary that I have made. So indeed, that I have made. So I hope this week to be launching the webinar. Keep an eye out, because I'll make an announcement as soon as it's live. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Pile 3, truly, this is going to be big. So, you know, just get out your own way. Tons of love, beautiful souls. And I look forward to seeing you for some other readings really soon.